Good morning, welcome to this week's vlog. Today I'm going to be talking to you about your leadership chameleon. So let's put our best foot forward and see where we get to. Okay, so what do I mean about your leadership chameleon? So let me tell you how I got to this story. And I love sharing it because it changes your perspective. It makes you think about how you can add to your leadership chameleon. So when I was in the military, we used personality trait questionnaires, we used SDI, some of you might have heard of DISC, there's lots out there. And funnily enough, they use colours to identify your traits, behaviours, and lots of detail. And it's quite funny actually, because lots of people say, wow, that's amazing, that's exactly me. And guess what, you filled out the questionnaire. So it was quite funny how people self-analyse and the ability to add that to your thought process, your behaviours, your understanding of others. Because once we step out of knowing ourselves, it's great then in that detail, it's great then to now look at other people in that detail. So it made me think about chameleons. They change colour, they adapt, they mirror their environments, and it's a deliberate effort to do that. And we won't go into the details of the natural world. I won't pretend I know a lot about that. But you'll see now, I started thinking about chameleons. So they don't only go to the colour. So they don't go, let's simplify this. They don't go from green to blue to red and they just match roughly what the colour is, okay? It's textures, it's patterns, and the in-depth view of how they mirror their environments is phenomenal. So put that on your leadership journey. Awareness is key. Understanding that you have a lot more control and a lot more tools than you think you have. Stepping outside of that busy being busy bracket that I speak to people a lot about, and people that I'm dealing with are in that category. And once we look at stepping out of busy being busy and looking at ourselves, looking at others, how we're interacting, we are layering textures, patterns, colours onto all the situations, all the engagements, all the communication, all the feedback, all the things that business owners and leaders are dealing with on a regular basis. And how do we do that? How do we not only change colours to adapt to situations and to make it better for us, our businesses, our organisations, our people? We add value. We keep on that lifelong learning journey, because what we might not even think about already is we're trying to adapt, we're trying to communicate, but we're just doing block colours, okay? How do we add the chameleon? How do we add that value to our leadership journey? Because ultimately it's going to help everybody, us, our teams, our businesses, our organisations. So, awareness, we ask questions, we learn, we share stories. There's multiple things. We add people into the system, so the people who can see differently, make you change your perspectives, and you have control over that. So imagine that, going into situations where your leadership is key, especially in the current situation, of not just reacting to just block colours, going in and actually analysing, assessing, adding textures, and you're morphing into the leader that you need to be in that situation. Okay, you can read situations, you can be situational leadership, and you can control that, and you can empower the people around you. Because if you start looking at your leadership chameleon, people around you will see the benefits, and then they'll start mirroring, matching, okay? There's another study which I can talk about in another vlog, the reason why our leaders concentrating on their development can help the people around them. So I'm just about to get into a little bit of a deeper area of the forest. The footing's not great, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Hope you have a fantastic week. Let me know about your perspectives now on your leadership chameleon and how you can add that to your toolbox this week. Okay, go and ask questions, Think about your textures, your colours, and I'd love to know your thoughts. So remember this week's podcast, the first podcast of February. I had the pleasure of sitting down with Joe Foster, the founder of Reebok. The promotional video for the podcast is coming out today, the same time as this vlog. So make sure you go and check it out. I've got fantastic guests coming your way. Have a fantastic week. Speak to you soon. Bye.